Good evening, everyone. A little technical difficulty here this evening. I got a second monitor, and I'm going to be trying this thing out. I'll probably get it all messed up, but we'll figure it out somehow. So, welcome everybody. I just wanted to first of all start off thanking everybody that's here, and I also wanted to thank Endless RVing as well as Scott Feldman last week for their super chats. Do really appreciate that. I'm going to try to bring up, if I can, the let me see if I can do this thing here. Share screen. Show you that I was able to. Let's see if we're able to do that. There we go. I was able to get the donation. Unfortunately, I was not able to go down to the Make-A-Wish office because of everything going on. But I was able to get on today and make that $500 donation. I have something in the works, so do stay tuned. Looking forward to doing some more work with Make-A-Wish. I don't know if anybody saw my broadcast last Thursday night, so stay tuned. I'll have more on that next Tuesday on what we're going to be doing. So looking forward to working with that organization and doing some great work with them. So anyway, just want to give you, first of all, an update on the RV industry. Oh, my goodness. It is unbelievable. I'm going to tell you right now, if any of you out there are looking to get an RV and you've been contacting RV dealers and you're not getting, or you feel that they're slow getting back to you, please be patient. Because I tell you, we don't have enough time in the day to reach out to everybody, get back to everybody, give everybody our undivided attention. It's unbelievable what is transpired over the last few weeks. You know, as a whole, at Beckley's Camping Center, we finished the month out with over 240 units out for the month. Now, keep in mind, I think it was the first 2 weeks of the month, we were half staffed. So that is a tremendous amount of RVs going out of there. Normally, we stock over 400 units at any given day, and we're down to under 200 units in inventory. I mean, we have more in inventory than that, but my God, the majority of them are sold. For instance, let's see, Saturday I was dealing with a gentleman, and he wanted this particular one. And I thought it was the only one we had. I get to looking later on and said that we had two others. But I had called our rep for the product, and he says, yeah, I have a couple more coming for you in a couple weeks. We go back over to check the inventory. We had 3 of these units received 2 days prior. So that was on Thursday. This is Saturday. All 3 were sold. Come to find out, we had 2 more delivered Saturday morning. One of those were already sold. So the gentleman was able to get the second one that delivers. That's 5 of that one model number sold within 2 days, 3 days. Unflippin' believable how quickly things are going. So there's going to be a shortage of product. Understand that. And what this is doing, keep in mind, it's supply and demand. So good thing for those of you that maybe have an RV and you're looking to sell it, great time to get out of it because prices are going up. You know, I know there was a lot of doomsday sayers back there when I was doing my YouTube lives and my Facebook lives back in April, talking about how this is going to drive prices down. I think it's just the opposite. And as a matter of fact, I had another YouTuber reach out to me, and they were looking to buy an RV, and they're selling theirs now instead of waiting till like October. So they're looking to go ahead and make the change now. And so that might be a good thing for the rest of you as well. So let me do a little housekeeping here. Let me see who we have in the house. So we have Scott and Alicia. Appreciate you guys showing up here. George, now see, I didn't miss you this time. I know last week I missed George. I jumped right over top of him. That's because there was so much chatter going on. And, you know, I'm new to this. I'm just getting used to this. Steve Feldman up there from Central New York. Appreciate you coming in again, Steve. Do appreciate the super chat last week. We will be putting that to good use as well. Chuck Ash. Hey, Chuck. Chuck and Marie, appreciate you guys showing up here this evening. Hope everything's going well for you down in your neck of the woods. I know the car industry has been kind of hurt a little bit because of everything going on, although it's going to come back, I'm sure, as time goes on. I know my son's in the car business down there in Charleston, South Carolina, and he says they've been busy for a few weeks. I'm not sure if it's toning down right now only because of what's going on with the rioting and so forth, but I think things will increase. Now, with that being said, does anybody out there in the audience here this evening have any questions pertaining to RVs, that is? I know we have a few second delay here. And Chuck, I hope, have you and Marie gotten out camping yet this year? Well, I think so my wife's getting a little bit ahead of us. I see the campaholics are here. Wonderful. There we go. Glad to see you're joining us here this evening. Let's see, Ted, 2 more years and I'm getting a blue A-liner, but just not yet. I need to educate myself more. I'll keep following you though. I appreciate that, Ted. And I hope they keep those colors. Worst case scenario, if they don't keep the colors, you can possibly find a good pre-owned one on the market. So Chuck saying service is busy. I can imagine, with everything going on, I believe that people are going to probably hold on to their cars maybe a little bit longer. And I think that should help that part of the car industry. Campaholics, I believe you guys are from New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken, Campaholics. Let me know on that. I know George and Carol Danik, they're from Michigan, but they're also they bounce back and forth between Florida and Michigan. Those are my millionaire friends, and they're quite the nice people there. They got a heck of a Ponderosa up there in Michigan, and then they just go stay in a little shack down in Florida and hang out down there and just mingle with the regular folk like myself. So going to Williamsburg, I'll tell you, camping, we went camping about a week and a half ago. Looking forward to going out again here this month. So a lot of things coming up. I'm finding it harder and harder now with everything going on to try to get new videos up. But we're going to be working at Delaware. That's where it was. I knew you were over that way somewhere. Appreciate you let me know that. But anyway, yes, that's the 35th anniversary camper. Yes, it is. They have the blue and the red. Quite the campers, and the off-road package makes them look, superb in my opinion. Hey, Ted, are you looking to get the soft dormers or the hard dormers? Because they both have their pluses and minuses. So anyway, but I'll tell you, camping has opened up quite nicely up there in Pennsylvania. I know it's just recently opened up in Maryland as well. I think last week or the week before. Losing track of time, things are just flying by. Any questions out there pertaining to the RV industry? Tell you because of the availability of product, we're also going to be picking up a new products that we never had before. So it's going to be quite interesting to see how that translates. So, and Scott and Alicia, they've been camping every weekend at the Potomac Fish and Game in Williamsport. Yeah, they did. Then they camped with us. We taught them a few things, taught them how to cook on a Blackstone griddle. Well, it wasn't really me. It was my daughter. Let her take care of the cooking duties. She did a great job. So, and yeah, you didn't know. No, it's not that I didn't know how to dump my tanks. It's just that for whatever reason, the black tank was kind of clogged on that camper that I used the other weekend. And I turned that into a positive. I went ahead and videotaped how to unclog an RV toilet. So it's quite the experience. Glad I had it, though. At least now I can explain to people how to take care of that. So Campaholics were good. I know I saw you guys out and about there. I didn't know how long you were down there. That's awesome. That was quite a nice stay for 35 days. That's for darn sure. And can a Durango tow an A-liner? Well, I guess it all depends on the engine in the Durango. At least as long as it's a 6-cylinder, you're going to be fine towing that. And I'm not sure does Durango come with 6 or 8-cylinder? I'm sure if it was a 4-cylinder, you might have an issue, but I don't believe that the Durango has a 4-cylinder. So it was a V8. Oh, heck, you're not even going to know it's back there. because the way you close it down, when you close that A-liner, it's more like towing a pop-up, so you don't have as much wind frontage, and so you don't get it's going to tow like it's not back there. So yeah, well, George, I'm going to put that on my agenda. We're going to come down. We're going to do some fishing down there. I'd love to get out and do some fishing down there. Get out there on the Gulf. That'd be awesome. That's my kind of fishing. I don't like this fishing in the bay where we go ahead and you just drop the lines and you drive around. I'm more of a guy. I like to kick back, drop the line down, and when the fish hits, then we go ahead and have fun. That way, I just kick back, have a beverage, maybe eat a sandwich, whatever, in between catching everything. So, but anyway, so any other questions pertaining to a RVs? I can see that Steve said that he tows his A-liner with his Ford Escape. And I tell you, I mean, the A-liners are relatively very lightweight. And, you know, it's not only the tow, and I've covered this in some other lives, is pertaining to, you've got to look at both your tow capacity as well as the tongue weight there as well. Are you seeing any other questions coming up? So looks like this evening is going to be a quick one. So I'm going to come up with a topic for next week that is going to go ahead and be informative and try to help people out with things that I see happening out there, typically on other Facebook pages, where maybe somebody has been explained things a little bit, wrong. I continue to see, and I did one of these lives as far as hitch work, continue to see people with 32-foot campers, and these dealerships out there are hooking them up with weight distribution bars and a friction sway. It is just frustrating that dealers don't know what they're supposed to be hooking these trailers up with, and they're not doing any justice for those families. It's a safety issue, flat out. And it's not only that family towing that trailer, but also all the other people that are on the roads. So
Ted asking about RV.
Ted asking about RV shows. Yeah, we're waiting to hear about RV shows. They're thinking they might actually cancel the Hershey RV show. We're not sure whether that's going to go on or not, or even the one in Baltimore. So we're not. I guess we're going to find out over the next few weeks or so. Yeah, so I don't know about out there, especially in California. I don't know about that. And then Bobby, let's see, he just ordered a Tab Boondock. Okay. Well, for the Tab 400, on the Boondock, the problem you have is that you can't properly hook them up. I've seen people out there with equalizers on their Tab 400, but what happens is the way that equalizer tells you to put the L bracket that attaches to the frame, it has to be so many inches back from the ball. And unfortunately, because of the rack that's on the front of the Tab 400, you're not putting it back as far as it's supposed to be. Now, in reality, I don't know how much that's going to really affect it. I've seen people doing it. The question is, are you going to be towing with a vehicle that can properly tow it? Because, for instance, I had a gentleman, I had a guy come from Ohio. They had the new Volkswagen Atlas, and it did sag. The ass end of that Atlas was squatting a little bit. Now, you got to understand, is some vehicles with the Atlas says you're not allowed to use weight distribution with the Atlas. So it's not necessarily with the Tab 400 that you need concern with. Is your tow vehicle, does it allow it? Because there are vehicles out there that do not allow it. So I can tell you that every Tab 400 that I have sold, we have not installed weight distribution on any of them. Now, my customer with the Volkswagen Atlas, he's just going to be installing what do you call them? I'm at loss for words here. So kind of air springs for airbags for his Atlas, and then that's how he's going to adjust the sagging in the rear for him. So That's what I'd recommend on that. So hopefully you're going to be towing it with Ford F-150. You're not going to feel it back there. It's less than 500 pounds. The new 2021, and by the way, and I did weigh the tongue on it, and it was just right at 400 pounds. They moved the axles forward. I forget if it was 3 or 4 inches. So they've moved it forward, and that lessened the tongue weight. And of course, for the 2021s, they went back to the Cool Cat heat pump. So what will be? So Scott was saying that he heard Hershey will be happening this year.
Yeah.
Oh, will not be?
Yeah,
Oh, canceled. Oh, will be canceled. Okay. So it will be canceled. Okay. So there you have it. From Scott Sapasic, he's the Navy guy, if anybody, well, he goes by Scooter. So the scooter he rides has training wheels, but that's another story. We'll maybe get a picture of that one day. How about how to install new steps with the self levelers? Okay, yeah, I got you. So he's probably talking about, for those of you that've seen the solid steps that are on campers, and I call it solid steps is just one of the name brands. And it basically what it does is it allows the steps to actually have feet, or if you want to call them legs. So they're actually sitting on the ground. That way there, as you're going in and out of the camper's not shaking as much as it would be if you didn't have those stabilized on the ground. And those are the type of door steps that actually fold up into the camper, into the door, and then you close the door on top of that. Good things and bad things with that. Maybe I will cover that. That'll be a quick topic, but I can go over that next week. That'll be a good idea. But listen, I do appreciate everyone showing up here this evening. Give me a thumbs up if you're liking what we're covering here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do consider that. Putting out a lot of content. And if there's something in particular that you'd like me to cover, how-to video, a walkthrough of a particular brand, by all means, do reach out to me. So thank you, everybody, again. Oh, I guess I'm having somebody popping on through here. Steve's giving me a thumbs up. Appreciate that. Did you talk about the voyage that you have coming in by Winnebago? I did. I just said we have new product coming in. Voyage is one of them. And I'll be putting out some videos on those because I'll tell you, that's going to be it's a pricey unit. But I'll tell you what, there's a lot of bang for the buck with those. Stay tuned on that stuff because this Sunday I'm going to be going ahead and doing some videos and putting them out next week. So again, thank you everybody for joining us here this evening. And we'll be coming back at you again soon. Take care.